Good evening. Our guest tonight is Todd Sebastian, president of Link Training and Consulting. Welcome, Todd.
Thank you.
Here on the Gehring Center report, we'd like to know a bit about our company's background. So could you tell us about yours?
Sure. Link is a marketing-focused training and consulting company. And even more specifically, we're focused on helping create stronger connections between marketing agencies, marketers, and then the audiences they target. Hence the name Link, because we're about creating connections. So for instance, for marketing agencies, we provide services that include client relationship training and custom new business development consulting. For the marketers, we include things like innovation training and brand strategy and communications consulting.
Mm-hmm. So how long has your company been around?
A little over a year now.
Okay.
Yeah, we celebrated our first year anniversary in September, and we had a nice year.
Great. I know you got out of the blocks quickly
Yes.
based on our Gehring Center activities.
Yes.
And your experience before then?
Has been about 20 years, all in the marketing and communications field. About a third of it was on the client side or the marketer side, which included stints at P&G and brand management. The other 2/3 was on the agency side, working in advertising and branding and design.
Okay, so let's go to the first of your markets that
Okay.
are the marketing agencies. Sure. And what would be some of the types of work that you would do with them?
Okay, well, first of all, let's clarify what we mean by marketing agencies. That could be anything from an advertising agency to a branding and design agency to a PR firm or to an interactive firm. And so marketing agencies is really the term I use to kind of capture all of that. Primarily the type of work that I do with those agencies is really helping them understand and work with both their current clients and their new clients. So really helping them craft their go-to market strategy vis-a-vis how they engage with clients. Okay, and again, that includes things like client relationship training, making sure that all their client-facing folks understand the fundamentals of how to provide not only great service, but great leadership to their clients, and then also helping them understand just in general how to approach new business. Who should they be going after? How should they be approaching those new clients? What stories should they be telling?
And so what are some of the techniques that you use in working with these marketing agencies?
Well, first and foremost, the primary thing that I really try and communicate to marketing agencies is to make sure they are truly proactively consulting with their clients, that they are exceeding service and not just acting like client service representatives, but exceeding service and giving clients what they really want, which is passionate leadership in the form of business building ideas. So, first of all, the first place these agencies should be looking for growth is their current clients, okay? And to make sure that they're tapping the headroom that inevitably exists with those current clients. They know who you are, they know what you do, so go to them with some new ideas for growing their business that will then come back and grow your business. And then as you're working with new clients, the same thing holds true. I think too many agencies nowadays just rely on their, what I call the off-the-rack capabilities presentation. They take it off the rack when it's time to go pitch a new client, and they talk about themselves, not about the client. Agencies have to be client-centric, whether that's a new client or an existing client. So go to that new client with some ideas for their business. Talk about how your capabilities are going to help the client grow in the context of ideas that are specifically formulated for their business. Don't just talk about yourself. Be client-centric. And again, that holds true for current or new clients.
And so what would be an example, not by name, but that you've seen marketing agencies do that connects in this way?
Mm-hmm. Well, and several of my clients that I consult with do this very well. And again, if you think about what a strategy is, it's a choice. So their new business strategy is based on a series of choices. They're very choice about who they're going to go after. They want to make sure that they are uniquely qualified to help that client. And they want to make sure that they make choices around what they're going to try and talk about with that new client. So that, again, they're not just approaching all new clients in the same way, in a very company-centric way, but they truly are looking at that client, looking at how they think they can help that client, how they're uniquely qualified to do so, and then spend a lot of time preparing for that one client, rather than trying to reach a bunch of new potential clients. Focus in, make choices, and go to those clients with really well-crafted pitches that make sense for that client, because you're talking about that client, not about yourself. Okay, so again, it all boils down to don't be company-centric, be client-centric. Do what's right for them. Don't talk about yourself.
More than just buzzwords, then.
Way more than buzzwords. And that's the difference. A lot of agencies talk about these things. The ones that succeed are the ones that truly do it, that truly adopt this mentality and infiltrate it throughout their culture.
Okay, so let's say that I were a new CEO at a marketing agency, and it's my first week.
Yeah.
On your topic areas, what advice would you give me as a newbie?
Well, it would be what I just talked about, that notion of really creating that culture, to really establish this culture that we are going to approach our client engagements in a passionate and proactive way. And it's not enough to just say that. You know, what I see more often than not, marketing agencies have client-facing staffs where the average person is about 25 years old. They don't have a lot of experience. They have a lot of good intentions. But you can't just say to them, okay, I need you to proactively provide this client with a series of new ideas. It's a good expectation, but they don't know how to start. They don't know where to begin. They don't know how you do that. So it's up to the CEO and all the top leadership to make sure that they're equipping these young people with the right tools and the right training to deliver on these hefty expectations. And that starts from the top on down. And then in addition to equipping them with those tools, you also have to live and breathe what you're asking them to do.
Okay, let's switch over then to your second market, that is brand management. And I think you call them marketers.
Correct, yeah.
These would be like family and private businesses in the region, and like our Gehring Center members, really.
Right.
So what type of work would they come to you for?
Primarily brand strategy and communications consulting. And we break it down to a very simple process, a who, a what, and a how process. Who are you trying to go after? Who are your prospects? What is your brand promise? And that is what a brand is. It's a promise of something. And then how do you intend to deliver that brand promise to those target audience members that you selected? So we really help them understand what their brand is, and it's different than what their business is, because what a company sells doesn't necessarily equal what customers buy. You know, a real simple example, Google sells information. You and I buy instant access to the world.
Right.
That's the brand promise. So we help these companies understand what their brand promise is and how to deliver that in a clear, concise, compelling way.
Okay, so what are some of the tactics, the strategies that could work for a family or private business?
One is to make sure that as they're thinking about their brand strategy and that promise that they're delivering, that they couple it with constant innovation. Now, innovation is one of those words that is scary to a lot of people, but it really doesn't have to be. All it means is making sure that your brand promise and your business stays fresh, it stays relevant, and it stays ahead of customer needs. And so to make sure that everyone in the company is thinking about new ways to deliver that brand promise and to give customers what they're looking for. So innovation is absolutely key because it helps you drive and keep your brand promise fresh.
Okay, let's go into this brand promise a little bit, because that's, I know from our work together, that's what you say a brand is a promise. Give us another example, say in the car business, the auto business.
Okay. Well, I'll give you three automobile brands, and I'll give you three words. You tell me. BMW, Mercedes, Volvo. Three words: safety, engineering, driving. How would you pair those up?
Volvo safety.
Yes.
BMW driving.
Correct.
And Mercedes engineering.
Absolutely. And if I was to ask 10 other people, I'd get the same answer, because those brands have been very clear and very choiceful about what they want their brand to promise. And then everything they've done from that point forward delivers on that promise. Every time we see a BMW ad, it's all about that driving experience. They deliver on it very consistently.
So then the task is to figure out for a regional business what their brand and their promise is, correct?
Absolutely, and to make sure that it's clear, concise, compelling, and consistent. I call it the 4 C's.
Okay, so working with these types of clients in this type of business environment, what are you sensing right now?
I'm sensing a lot of opportunity for small businesses who can be very good about understanding what their brand promise is and deliver on it, and who can innovate around it and keep it fresh. There's lots of opportunities for small, nimble companies.
Okay, let's step back for a moment. And you have a bestseller out on Amazon.
Yes.
Okay. Tell your clients where to go. Kind of a interesting title,
Yes.
Todd.
Yes, a play on words.
A play on words, certainly. But I know that you don't keep any of the profits
That's right.
from the sales of this bestseller.
Right.
There's a story behind that.
Well, and it's a simple story, but for one, as an individual who's a devout Christian, I believe that we're all on this earth to help and serve one another. Secondly, as an owner of a business that's successful, I believe that businesses should always give back. And so I'm just always looking for ways to give back, and I chose the profits from this book as one way to give back. And in this case, I give all the proceeds to Make-A-Wish Foundation.
What a wonderful group.
It really is. It really is. I believe in helping charities that bless children in need.
Okay, so Todd Sebastian, president of Link Training and Consulting, thanks for being with us here on the Gehring Center Report.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.